Hi. Hello. Hi, Bear. Hang on. Let me go to this other tab. Oh, it's not even telling me. No. Where's my redeems?
Hi.
Okay. So I can't see it all, but hello, everybody. It's not letting me see who checked in for me to actually thank people. It's like the stupid Audible things in the way. Hi. How are you guys doing? Oh, I almost went up the wrong way. It is 7:17. Apparently, if you keep setting the Stanley Parable clock, it thanks you. And yeah, so I'm already very interested in whatever this is. I did see a setting for trigger warnings so that way everyone else knows. I don't really know very much about this one. So bear with me. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate. Let's use another slider. I'm just gonna confirm, I guess. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. What is this game?
Hi.
I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data for you. Am I gonna just have to do random settings when I open it up? Because, like, couldn't it just go off of my computer clock? Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Okay. Allegedly, this has controller support. So I might have to scoot up. Hey, Butters. Hello. Welcome back. All right. Begin the game. Never. The end is never. Oh, the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
This is how I pictured you at your last job. Fair.
And then one day, something very peculiar
My last
happened.
job was convinced I could
Something that
write
would
or type
forever
300
change Stanley.
words a minute. I'm
Something
like,
he would
please
never
get
quite
your stuff
forget.
corrected, because that's not
He
right.
had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had
I
arrived
don't
on the
type that
monitor for
fast.
him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
no?
call a meeting,
I don't think my webcam
or even
froze.
say hi. Never in all his years at the company had
Hey,
this
Tiger.
happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly
I have a backup
wrong.
plan that Bun helped me
Shocked,
out with, so I may
frozen
have to go to
solid,
Be Right Back if it
Stanley
does, like,
found himself
permanently
unable
freeze.
to move for the longest time.
I don't know what's going on.
But as he
I've never
came to
had
his
issues
wits
with this
and
webcam
regained
to
his
this
senses,
caliber before.
he got up from his desk and stepped
and
out
I don't
want to
go
office.
dig out my Logitechs, so, but I have a backup that Bun helped me with. Okay, does controller actually work? It said it had support. I don't think it does. Let's turn that back off. Maybe? Okay, takes a while. Put that back away. But yeah, I have a backup plan. I am now wireless, so I can not be super scrunched up. Alright, cool. It's great. It's fantastic. And I have way too many mouse pads. Alright. It did, and then you looked at it. That's what it is. It got caught. Oh, there it goes. See? If it stays, if it's stuck, we'll fix it. Makes me pumped for War Fantasy? What's War Fantasy? I am so salty right now. I need you to not. You're working here. Okay. I just have to keep yelling at it, I think, and like threaten to reset it, and I think it's gonna just behave. If it keeps freezing, I'll go with my backup plan, but that means I have to like charge my phone. There we go. So what was I supposed to— I did not listen. Okay, me actually touching buttons doesn't do anything. Oh, I'm like really fluid. Hi, Puddle! Hello, hello. I'm assuming Mondays? I fucking missed the instructions. I hope it doesn't care. Okay, what's some controls, baby? Controls. We have WASDA. E is interact. Action. Crouching. Okay, there's weird. All right. Can I interact with things? No, seriously, we disabled it. Awarded for getting any of your other achievements at... Oh! Okay, I guess I got an achievement for doing literally not what I was supposed to be doing. Shit. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I turned it off. I didn't mean to. Okay. Hello? Oh, okay. So no matter what, the clickies... Okay, I just have to do WASD and clicky. Okay. Thanks. Meeting room? Is this... No. That's like a copy room. Can you get out of the window? Like this one? Is this a window? I can't jump. In the initial office. Oh. I think I walked away. And it shut my door. Because I think I was in 427. Oh, this would be a nightmare.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Mayhaps? That's cute.
Yes,
empty.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Just go with what you feel is right.
But
okay.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. What? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion, will cause death. Penalty for misuse is 1,000. Penalty for... But if jumping causes death, I'm getting charged funeral costs from my employer?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Is there lore to this game?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What? For jumping or falling? Of course you are getting, they have charge, have to clean up. I suppose. Oh. Hello.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What the fuck? Hello? Am I...
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay. Did I never leave my office?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What did I do? Good morning, employee. Press E on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What if I don't? But what?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Okay,
Now
so clicking is also E.
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
I'm gonna hit something that's gonna remind me of my old job. I'm gonna be so mad.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys, okay?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
I'm noticing this is turning into my office.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
You said I didn't have a wife, so... Okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell my invisible wife that I love her?
But there is no answer.
Yep.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
Is this because I
watch
went through
this.
the wrong door?
Stanley,
Is that
the
why?
next
Is that
time
all
the
this
screen
is?
asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Well, one, I accidentally just pressed buttons. So, if I don't press the button, I'm technically listening to the instructions. But apparently, I'm mindless and just press buttons all day. So, sure. What do I need to know, Buttle? There were multiple options from the wrong door. You ended up with one of the endings from the right door. Oh, okay. I knew this game had multiple endings. I know that there's like some really weird mini games in here, and like one of them there's an achievement for I think playing it for like 4 hours. Like I know bits and pieces, but I don't really know the game. I need to quit all my jobs. What? Why Ireland? What? You have a second option with the telephone. Oh, gotcha. Okay, you can play the baby game. Yeah, I think that was what it was with the baby game. But that doesn't surprise me. Hi, Hugo. Hello. Also, thank you. I'm gonna say that so messed up, and feel free to correct me. KPI? Thank you for the follow. I think I have to. That's not real time. Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in
I
a way
sat
that
there.
he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
I don't see enough chaos.
Again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I didn't touch anything. Hello? Oh, okay. Thank you, Hugo, for letting me see emotes. I can just keep hitting. Okay. Alright, so I'm assuming I've completed a loop?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter
you for the
how
Biddy
hard
tagger.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so I am in a loop. I think there's supposed to be a jump button, and I'm not... Is it space? Crouch. There's no jump. Okay, so it's just crouch. Green. This way. I thought for some reason there's a jump button. Okay. This is a super sensitive keyboard. Holy shit. Alright. Does it do anything else? What are the hot cups say? Be my Valentine. You guys are free to speak again. All right. Well. So there's another option with the telephone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Hello, Bran. Hello.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your
ice cream
enemy,
truck.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
It's Big
Someone
Cream.
you've forgotten about.
It's so random.
Please,
Like, there's no
stop
rhyme
trying
or
to make
time
every
or
decision by
reason for
yourself.
when the ice cream
I'm
truck
not
comes
asking
by.
for
And
me,
even then, I swear it just
I'm
never
asking
stops.
for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I think I went too fast. Whoa, hello.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Okay.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these
I
decisions
was afraid
were
of
supposed to
dying
mean
because they were like,
anything.
don't jump,
don't
so I didn't want to
understand.
automatically
How on earth
die.
are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe
real,
I was
guys?
so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real
Don't
world.
put me in a seminar.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh no. No.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if
Oh,
used
no.
incorrectly, it can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
I
the person to finish
disagree.
their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to
I've
a
talked to
partner and
somebody
practice
who thought
saying,
they were being
"My
stalked and
goodness,
it was the
is it
reflection
4:30? I'm
that they were
supposed to be
fighting
having
with,
a back, sack, and crack."
Practice.
Excellent.
Okay.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at
No!
least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
It said it's deteriorating? Hang on. Danger. Danger everywhere. Okay. Oh, this must have been so fun to make. Okay, so I'm leaving. I'm going backwards. Oh, this has... Oh, no! They put, a fence around it.
Now that
So I
we
can't
know your
leave.
choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
No, everything else seems fine. It was just that one room? Oh, I never did get it. Hang on. I thought I grabbed my water. Hang on. Hold on. Ah! Oh, oops. My bad. I had it. Alright. Whoop, and then I hit my microphone. Hello! We're here. What? No! I wouldn't have dehydrated you guys. Water's good. Water's everywhere. I can't. There's no dumbun emote. My computer can't handle the webcam and those. I'll refund those. But I will remember that you called me a dumbun. I will remember this. No, not like a starved houseplant. Actually, my houseplant's doing pretty good right now. I'm super excited. Problem is, I'm leaving for a few days, so I hope it doesn't die. No. I'm not, no. Because I won't remember the 3-minute timer. No, I don't want to have a sticky note on my forehead. No. Alright. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Is the problem? Look, I would leave it there. And I don't
Almost
want
there.
to.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Wasn't there a door I was supposed to go ah, shit. Did I already miss it? Hello. Australian blue, she's gonna... I haven't... I used to. I haven't been able to do any, like, fun upside down things in a while.
All you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right. Bet. All right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
This looks actually really cool. Can I not do anything cool with this? That's sad. Oh, well, it just won't let me. Okay. Oh.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
I'm reading the whiteboards.
I have to.
Oh. I hope you guys don't mind shaking. Hello? Oh, everything's fucked. Okay.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Hi, Jet. It's been a while.
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh, did he actually shut down the game now?
...behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and
No!
always putting the story
It's part of the
first.
game. It's not
I'm
blue
quite sure
percent.
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
I don't think blue percent's
When
a thing in this
Stanley came
game.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh, I think it is very
Behave
done with my
exactly
shit.
as Stanley would. That means choosing
It is so
responsibly
done with
and
my
always
shit.
putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
How many
All
times
right.
can I get away with this, though?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, it won't let me interact with it. Did it reset?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
There it goes. Okay, it just took it a second.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means
There's
choosing
gotta be a
responsibly
point to
and
this at
always putting
some
the story
point,
first.
right?
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Will he eventually say the right just to fuck with me? Oh, did it clip? No, I thought it... Okay.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. behave exactly as Stanley would.
Let me do it like one
That
or two
means
more times
choosing
and just see what
responsibly
happens.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be
Playing
up to the task.
PT was
Just
like
follow my
not
lead and you'll be fine.
helpful.
All right.
Because it changes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
One, two, three, question mark, 4, 5, 6, B, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay. Darn, my eyelashes are like pulling my hair in.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
One more time.
Behave exactly
One
as
more time.
Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
it was
follow
one-
my
it
lead
was
and you'll
1,
be
2,
fine.
3.
All right.
And
When Stanley
question
came
mark,
to a set of
4,
2
5,
open
6,
doors,
B,
he entered
and
the
7,
door
8,
on
9,
his
0.
left.
All right, so I have left, and then I go back.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Anything
Behave
changes?
exactly as
Nope.
Stanley
Okay,
would.
we'll go the
That
correct
means
way then.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, none of those do anything. Does it have a meltdown again? No, not this time. Okay. What do you mean? Why can't I remember that? Oh, like the number sequence? I am really weird with remembering stuff like
Yet
that.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Papers are too synergized? Fire the paper guy. Hire someone to fire the paper synergy guy. But not cost efficient for standardized graphs. Okay. Okay. Oh, I was looking at that. The same. Want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review scale. Why is there a death sport? Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Is there... Okay, they had like throw something in the bin and I don't, there's no bin. Chris is stuck in the closet? Nah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Shit, that's like fancy. Molding and wallpaper? The beige pages, okay. Business time. I appreciate that it at least makes the clicky noises when I try stuff.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he
Why
saw
is the
door
business
with a
strategy
voice
shooting
receiver
panda
next to it.
bears?
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
Okay.
He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Hang on, does it count? So if I go backwards? No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Okay.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Oh, okay. Am I supposed to...
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Hello?
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
I'm having
I need you to make a choice.
an astral projection
I need
moment.
you to walk through the door.
Don't mind me.
Are you listening to me?
No.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Is this an actual ending?
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So...
This is also,
Are you there?
the deluxe version. So, the ultimate deluxe. I think they've added new stuff to it.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Are we talking Jenkins or a person?
Take as much time as you need.
Ooh, I don't know why I did that. Oh, okay. That was really long.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I did make
Stanley
him very
decided to go to the meeting
sad.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Look, it just said
Perhaps
sorry,
he wanted to
Leroy,
stop by
so I
the
just don't
employee
know.
lounge
I just
first,
assume,
just to admire it.
especially in something like this, it's
The lounge was
referring to
sublime,
that. Maybe it's a
work of art.
person.
But eager to get back to business,
It's always
Stanley
fun
took
trying
the
to explain
first
that to
open door on
people.
his left.
Granted, this game is pretty
Stanley was so bad
not
at following
old.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
This
your
game is
enemy,
old.
really,
Yeah, I just don't know what year it was.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but
I feel like this
really
is the
do
equivalent
want
of
to
Bear
help
trying
you,
to
to
help
show
me,
you something beautiful.
and I just don't
Look,
fucking listen.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, we're got a different numbering scheme. I can't peek it. 3 was the other one 1? No, that's 2. Okay, so there's no 2.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, because I'm blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let
do that to me, Bear.
stop you.
Don't.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer
This is the
textures.
Bear experience.
Is this
No,
what you had
100%.
wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of
These are
yours.
fancy
What would
words.
have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, you could do this for fucking days. Hang on. All right. Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It was an illusion of choice, so I'm going to put a 2.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain.
No.
Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Wait, what? Is that an actual thing? 2 seconds? Or is it because leaderboards were just... Yeah, okay. Okay. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? I thought that was going to just have my name on it.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
I feel
Let
like
me
this
boot it
is
up.
Not...
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
I'm not doing the
You click
4-hour
the
like
button to
achievement
move
for
him back
this.
to the
Just
right,
so y'all know.
and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
What are you gonna...
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Wait, were these
Well, it seems
made by the
obvious to
same
me that you
people?
are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted
I just
erotic
played
purpose.
Firewatch like a couple weeks ago.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture
I
into the
didn't
experience
even
of total
think
mental
about that.
depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What the fuck? Is it... So this is like day one. What? All right. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. I'm really glad I played Firewatch first. Otherwise, I wouldn't have understood this. Thank you for the check-in, Will.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God,
Sort of.
quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close
It's
call.
not that open world.
You really wandered off into
It was
that,
very
that
small.
thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Can I
We're
break
out of
out?
the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
No,
Let's
no,
find
I want-
another game.
No.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
No, it doesn't want. Damn it! Oh,
Wonderful.
This one?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Rocket League.
Just a nice
Okay,
big
I've never
box for
actually
you
played
to
this
run
one.
around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I've seen Rocket League played because I knew people who were like
Okay, so what
obsessed
exactly
with it.
do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Are these
I think
all
it's
their
sports
products?
ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Boop. It's either super your game or very much not your game. Yeah, I can see
Are you
that.
doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
I'm gonna have to
Stanley,
look into
I
that
have
later.
a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure,
No, I
then
missed!
surely
Come back!
multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
I mean,
I'm going
I'll
to try
find
it
more
out.
balls, that's
Here comes
fine.
another ball.
It's just gonna take me a little bit.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
All right. They're all different. Wow. Okay. Thank you for looking into that for me. Boop. Are they all just gravitating?
Are you
that
enjoying
way?
this, Stanley? Are you having fun?
think
Is this a
they
real
are.
video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right.
Aw.
Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes.
You're the only player.
You
Look.
get to have fun when I
Blooper
let
says
you,
the
Stanley.
thing.
Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without
No.
rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving.
Do I get
See
dropped
how
into a
you
toy
like
box?
it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows?
You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best.
Something high fluff.
Take care, Stanley.
The only thing that I was good at was free throws in basketball, and I can't dribble and move, so I never played. And they always wanted me for track, and I said no. Because I don't want to run. Well then, I will hydrate. I am going to go stretch. I'm also going to make sure... I locked my cats up, so I'm going to go make sure that they're okay while this figures itself out. Hang on. I have buttons here. Yes? Cool. That way I can hear it. Alright. Let me be right back. Alright, is it just gonna really just let me sit there? Thank you, Tiger. Probably the alarm part. No! Look. Does it do anything? Am I supposed to quit? That's the only reason I put the timer. Was like... That way after 3 minutes, I was just like, alright, let's leave. I just thought about that. I was like, what about the goalposts? Also, my cats are very toasty.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Alright, alright. Yeah, I just thought of that.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
There's no more subtitles. Alright. Work in progress. That's cute. Alright, so... Oh, that's... See, this is... Is it a bug, or is it just what it's supposed to look like? Alright. Look, I don't deny my brattiness. I don't. No, camera! I caught you. I caught you. And of course, I go to fix you. Thanks. Thanks. Does anyone know if this was made in like, what is it called? Gmod? Or are these like original assets? Because I know there was actual like legit games made with Gmod and like as an engine and then ported. It was just Unity? Okay. There's a light. Okay. They're all Valve assets. Oh, if you look at the... Yeah, I did see something about Valve. Which is why I was thinking that maybe there is Gmod involved. Is that Vegas? I think that's... is it? I guess it's Sony Vegas now? That's funny. All right. No, I don't think so. Okay, I think it's just a whatever. It just happens to really look like that. Some of the stuff you can set up.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him.
A lot of the programs that I use have been
someone who will wrap everything up at the end.
Passed around.
To make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Am I just in a void? Okay. There you go. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Off and on.
he had
Thank you,
simply missed
Puddle.
a memo.
So...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I was doing some quick...
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
If this,
employee
then that
lounge
math.
first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true
We
happiness.
broke, I know.
Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
I just don't know what its issue is.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
I am a dancing crab,
here
correct.
you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Man, all right.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall
I'm busy.
personality.
It's gonna be
that
very
this
funny.
Is why everyone left.
No, fuck. I just unplugged it.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I don't want to get my Logitechs because I got those like for work.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
All right, let's do some math.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
I did it before
Everyone
you said it,
thinks you are
Bear.
very
I also
powerful.
now see your true wants and intentions. Thank you.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Thank you.
What could it mean? Stanley decided
Greatest
to go to the
manager
meeting
ever.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before.
What?
Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
That's a new line, right? Like...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Wait.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
This is news to me.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Key card. Not seeing one. All right, so let's do this one.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
Okay. It seems that we have our first content warning. All right. So that's in the corner for anybody.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Okay.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
But just wait a minute. She married the Eiffel Tower and took its name. Oh, okay. Stop!
No! Oh, thank God you lived.
I see how
You
this
had me
is going.
worried there for
Okay.
a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I
This is
can't
just
go back to
reminding me of
what
the
I
time
was
that I
before.
immediately went
If
into
you
like the
die,
gas
we'll
chamber
both
and
go
portal,
back.
just
Why
like
are
a
you doing this?
dummy, like listening to GLaDOS.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Bear, is this the correct situation for you?
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
What if I just walked out?
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I guess I'll do like the correct ending for once. No, wait, I go the wrong way.
When Stanley came to a
And there's
set of
another
two
door.
open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Thanks.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
I
lounge
remember if we've done that
first,
one already.
just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager
Yeah,
to get back
okay.
to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Boop.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
It's so cute. It's a cute game.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
All right.
No,
And, yep.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got
Maybe.
it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
All right. All right. Or 3-7? There's 473.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
One of those is weird. All right, so
Who am I
2, 3,
kidding?
4.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh, let me see.
And
Rotate
this
the cameras.
time,
All right.
Suppose we don't wander so far off track,
104,
Okay, from the
2, 3,
top.
4. 2, 3, 4.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Sorry! I used to write the guides.
Okay, then. It's an adventure.
I gotta pay attention
Stanley,
to stuff.
Let's find the story.
Just like I helped you with some of your marathon puzzles. Nothing wrong with that. Did I say ride? I meant raid.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Damn it. Oh, write the guide. I said write the guides.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Why is that one tile different? The fact that you can hear the clicky, like, typing is funny. Where I'm, like, just smashing buttons. No, I'm not crazy. It is this one tile.
Hi.
Hi, Yosef.
Hi.
Thank you.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Nope. Okay, let's go back then. Thought you can notice that only one tile is different that quickly. Oh. It's just observation. Congratulations, you guys found some hidden routines.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Not writing, Bear, it's rating!
Oh, no,
Hi,
I don't
Nut.
feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I know I was joking about eating yellow paint. This is a bit much. I was joking.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Percent proof.
Just follow the
Bet.
line. How simple is that?
I'll find a way. I know I'm getting the yellow paint. This is what I deserve. It was 2:34.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, it's not. Oh. Why is the tile back to normal? What the fuck? I feel like I was supposed to do something and I didn't realize what it was. Have you found the closet ending yet? No, I'm running through all of this for the very first time. It's a really interesting talent, good at numbers and observation, uniquely qualified for writing the guy's bear. Oh, is that early? Oh. Okay. Hi, Alma.
Hi.
I can't, like, move things. Early in my stream. Why does it not have a... Oh, because that's 426. Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into
I saw
being
the
by the very
door and I just didn't think
manifestation
anything
of the
of it.
nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. Does it do anything? So now I got a question, does this song loop? I know it's the wrong way, Bear. Just promise. Not yet, loops. Okay. Okay. Someone was bored. This is a different cut. Oh, coffee nut. Hello! Hello, hello. Retaining budgets and like paperwork is the worst.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
No. You gotta follow the line exactly. Stop skipping bits. What do you mean? No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I didn't go back and look at the fern. Can I like reload some of these later? So I don't have to go through the whole thing, because this would be a nightmare.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Still haven't found the 200s.
Oh,
Is it gonna still be 234?
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
No, now
you,
it's 104.
After everything we've been through.
Oh no, 234 is over there.
I can't take
okay.
this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
So yes, it is still 234.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It wants to be acknowledged, though.
Ah, a choice. We get to
All
make a
right.
decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
I don't want to walk in
which
circles.
means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Do I not get a choice? Hang on. I wanted to see the confused ending. Okay. I have been playing for I'm assuming okay, this one for 17 minutes.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
After a long
Will something
time,
happen?
the narrator is gone, and after a long time,
So-
Stanley dies.
Okay.
Oh, find a bookstore, wander in the
I
blackness.
guess now we just wait. You
There's
know,
no longer an office.
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination
almost in the
or the
seventh
journey.
restart.
Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Okay. That was... I don't know if that was intentionally that loud.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Okay. I don't need you guys screaming after I already got spooked.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on
okay.
home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I didn't realize how bright the screen was.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Oh, when I was playing BioShock? Yes. That was going to be your favorite little thing I was doing.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Just... Okay. Okay. Got it. A Final Fantasy minigame? All I knew about was the baby game. That was the only one I knew about, and that was because it was 4 hours long and it doesn't do anything.
Stanley, I think
you get an achievement.
Initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion.
I have no idea.
You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. More. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Is that intentional? I'm gonna say yes.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
That's how you
It's
know
my
how
fault,
old this
Stanley.
is.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay. Well, looks great.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? Oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
All right.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Hello?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Had to double check that wasn't my time. I was like, hang on. Okay. Nope, can't go that way. Okay.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created.
I played,
it was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now it's nothing.
Right?
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yay. All right. Oh, well, let me go down there. Okay. Oh, you guys are catching stuff that I don't know. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Wait. Yeah. Do I go?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But
okay.
I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the Memory Zone before. What's this? What's down here?
I was reading.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Right?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's...
This feels so mean.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
The plant died!
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
It's been a week.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat...
He's not here anymore! The last one was a year! I'm glad I noticed the fire alarm on the last one. So the battery's dead. Oh, right.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their...
I bet you can just sit there and it'll be like, yep, you sat there. And the clock's gone. Oh.
The end is never the end, 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 is...
He's so sad. Oh no! It's taking, I feel like it's taking longer and longer for the button to reset. When are we? Hello? Okay. Hang on. No, okay. Look, guys, we're near. I didn't kill him. Time did. All I did was skip buttons. That's all I did. Now, is this a reset? That went on forever. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New loop, who this?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
All right, you guys can't say I killed him. Just the two of us. We... Okay. Sequential mindshare, paradigm shifts. More of the color red.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Number 2 chat, okay. Hello?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm just now Jim. Okay.
I want you to imagine yourself living
Hi guys,
as
I'm Jim.
Sleeping and waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
No,
If so,
I am
then
not
please
Jim.
Step forward and press the button.
I'm not.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Do I still have to proceed, like, pretending to be Jim?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Okay. What is a reassurance bucket?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was
You are Jim. You
confusing
will always
and
be Jim.
paradoxical.
That is true.
That it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may
Yes, you've
even
written
come
so
to
many things. I'm
long
like,
for the
vault of
gentle
glass
embrace
entrance.
of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
We're all Jim.
This and
Yep,
more
we're all Jim here.
await you in the Stanley Parable too.
Do I need to put the bucket back down? No. Okay. I can just carry the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I'll keep you in mind. This button that says okay. We're not going to go into the infinite hole. Not yet.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
No. Okay. Maybe there's some intentional crossover going on. Okay.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
All right.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
That's the bucket. What was this? Oh, it's like a
Okay,
museum.
I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
That's a good point. Hang on. Oh, this is how I get... Okay.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Hang on, new keyboard. Hang on. Okay, that might have been my headset. Yeah, I don't have it traditionally, so... Did I not? Yeah, I don't think I can actually screenshot on this keyboard. No, I think there's something going on over there. I think, I thought it was my headset. Holy moly, alright.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Just for funsies. Just for funsies. So how are you guys doing?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly
Sorry, narrator, I've
exaggerated
fallen
the
into the nasty
infinite
hole in
nature
Unreal.
of the
It's not that
hole.
fun.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
Oh,
You
it was
found me out,
infinite.
Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
You only lasted 60 seconds.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and
a
agree
lot
to
of
just
cigarettes.
call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Fuck it. Alright. What? I wasn't gonna say that. Which, if you think about it, wildly impressive with a alleged infinite hole. I'm just curious. Does it do anything? Or is it just gonna wait for me to do it? It's only a minute. It's only a minute. I should. I will stretch, actually. Let me make sure. Yeah, alright. I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I actually really like these. So, I had some stockings and didn't know what they were. Apparently they're Halloween stockings. I don't think I can, like, have the space in here because it's like a tiny closet. But it's, like, got spiderweb stuff. And, like, giant spiders on the back. Alright, he hasn't done anything, so I'm gonna hit the button.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Hi.
Quick, heal up the basement door.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
I am the
problem is
problem.
that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on
Happy
forever till the end of
birthday!
time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to see the bottom here in a
I'm starting
minute.
to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and
I
marketing.
think all of us
What's
at
going
in
on
some
here?
way, shape, or
Stanley,
form appreciate
I have no
holes
explanation for the
in some
uncertain
facet of
nature
our
of the
lives.
hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it
like
gets any
my
shorter.
dress, for instance. It's super cozy.
Well, there
Requires
it
holes
is.
to wear.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're
Can I
here
hit
to
B
do
again?
and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
lame.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have
couldn't
asked
bear to
for.
be
It's a
away from the
win for
hole.
everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
I don't know how to jump. Hello? This is my hole. There are many like it, but this is mine. Oh! Well, okay. I mean, it was cozy. You'd think I didn't have knees because I couldn't get out of it. Now I definitely can. Meanwhile, my brain's like, head like a hole. Change my perspective. Oh, I can't move. Okay. Can't move! Oh no, it doesn't. There it goes. This looks really familiar. Am I thinking of Castle Crashers? Like the art style. Alright, we get puppies! We get puppies! This is cute. Does it loop? Does it loop? I think actually, yeah, I think it does loop. In a weird way. Yes, okay.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
Oh, I could have gone through more of them, I'm sure. I took too long.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Okay. Nope, he doesn't. Oh, okay. I appreciate that this entire time it's just letting me have the bucket.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
This t-shirt is the best new feature. Okay. Hold on. I am curious. Where is my QR reader? There it is. It legit goes to StanleyParable2.com. And it's like still like an active website. I will be looking at that later. Okay. I was just curious. I'm also going to get my shit got at some point doing that stuff. Hello? Investor showcase? Wait. That's the exit. Okay, I missed it.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Hello?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's
the
definitely
hour-long
a
one?
good
No,
game
not
in
yet.
there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
My cats had zoomies
I'll
yesterday,
arrange
so I was
these
playing
new
with them.
features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot
the
of
jump circle
gags.
is now in
and
the
I do
infinite
very much
hole.
enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Isn't that the ultimate
Would it
edition?
possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, we get to play it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending,
All right, we're in the sequel,
Stanley
guys.
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
So the moment I step out, I
was
imagine it's just trash.
And then
he's, like,
one day,
tastefully.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all
The
his
Get Well
years at
Someday
the company
balloon was
had this
in the
happened. This
initial
complete
thing?
isolation.
I'm pretty
Something
sure it
was
was.
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits
That's right,
and
it says to
regained his
click to
senses,
skip it,
he
so-
got up from his desk
I don't wanna
and
click
stepped
it.
out of his office.
Okay, I think we're good. But now there's
All of his
a lot more
co-workers were
balloons.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
It didn't say anything.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your
So
behavior.
fun titty
up to
bit for
this
you guys.
point.
I actually have,
If that's true,
my
well,
computer's
my
called
goodness.
Bucket.
I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding
because.
could have dire consequences
Just
on
'cause
the
it's all in
entire
bucket
rest
talk.
of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Is this bucket?
Now
Okay.
then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple
Oh
enough,
no!
right? This
There's
should tell us
corporate videos for
everything we'll ever
buckets?
need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket,
Okay.
not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Not gonna lie, I was very tempted to say no.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
You know what? We've all gone all yeses this entire time.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
HR would like to have a word with me.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
What? What?
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question.
Hi,
Both.
Ben.
Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
I gotta stick with it.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Is its name Lisa?
Okay, here we go.
My bucket!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything
Oh, is this like kind of like that
disappear?
pizza thing?
Was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a
Where
bucket.
they downloaded, or
My
not downloaded, they
God, I had
deleted
no
like some
idea.
weird pineapple
except me.
thing in a game,
I'm
and the
not
whole
a
game
bucket after
crashed.
all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this
I'm
is
not a
wonderful
bucket.
news. We're not buckets.
Even though I
Yes,
think I said
I
nothing's a
actually feel
bucket,
much more
so
at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't
I
change
also
the
said a
fact
tractor was
that
a
we haven't
bucket
got a game.
twice.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
We're all buckets. Everything is always a bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Bucket.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
The bucket was the
not
bucket
correct
that we
way
beat
to the
along the
meeting
way.
room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Oh, bucket.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift, yeah, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the
'Cause
way
this
to
is
the
a
top.
different loop,
There's something
so-
up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In 2 weeks, we're going to see a bucket. I have it, so it's open suggestions. I go through and
Stop.
accept them
Look
every once
there
in a
on the
while.
wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no
In
buckets
fact,
past this
I
point.
think-
Stanley, how could you
pretty
think
sure
it
this
was
was one of
okay
them.
to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem
it's
is that you
comfortable as
actually
fuck.
don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose
Sexy
that would
bucket?
explain a lot about your behavior
Only
up to
buckets.
this point. Which, if that's true, well, my
Come and find me
goodness,
at my Only
I
Buckets
think we have
account.
to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
But this time I'll say no every
Now
time.
then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
So now
to be
that I've
honest,
got this
I just
correct.
sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
So the next one is a bucket.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
So what can I do differently outside of this then?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Oh no, I just keep taking now. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Gotta stick to the nose. I did appreciate saying yes, though.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of
so it still
perspective.
loops.
What
All right.
is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
I could.
Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
So this loops. So I'll go pick up the bucket and then go the correct way this time.
Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
There's so many
Every single thing in the game was a
paths.
bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Am I still holding?
Here we go.
No. I go into the office and have to pick up the bucket. No. Actual. No. Yes, I can.
All
I
of his
proceed.
co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's
Do
office
unbelievably
was where
amazing
he'd
work all
find
the time,
answers.
every day, with no exception. Okay.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
My friend.
You can't hand it over. Oh, no.
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved.
Do I have feelings
for
the bucket?
Let him have it.
All right. So apparently there's a broom.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Look at another bucket.
Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Cool. I guess it's my bucket now.
All right. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
That's right, we're still playing Stanley Parable 2.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might
it's okay, I have my reassurance bucket, but we do have a mental illness warning.
Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy?
I just realized what you said, Bear. I'm not going to talk to the closet.
The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
I know what they're kind of going for.
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
I was joking!
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
I was joking!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular
so that's where the picture
day,
comes from.
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Do I have... No, I have lots of buckets, so I'm good. Meeting today in the meeting room. I wasn't sure if that was like one of those untextured things.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
All right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
It's keeping track of all the times I put inputs in. We need more planks. All right. So warehouse access plan. Produce one plank to allow ease of access past the fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from the floor and get a new constructually sound bridge. Somewhere both red and blue nearby a fireplace. Oh, are the... Oh. Okay, it just straight up tells you where it's at. Okay.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What was it? Like Night Shark 211?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
No, I saw it.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Before the regular versions? I don't know.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This,
Got half
there
of 'em.
really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think
Crazy
I like
almighty
that.
bucket? Hell
Another
yeah.
Stanlerine.
I just realized I
under
had my
your belt.
mic way over here. I've been like leaning forward. Hello? More elevators. My house is not set up the greatest.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him,
Bucket is love, bucket is
reassuring that in this
life.
darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the
Still needs
bucket walked
confidence.
straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control
Okay.
Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh, okay.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley
It's
nearly
still
dropped
2,
the
3,
bucket
4.
in shock.
Okay.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
I haven't done probably the intended one at all yet.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
The bucket knows.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived, but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in
We're over a
horror.
dozen endings in
Had
now.
this
With
been the
buckets, it's
bucket's
doubled.
plan all
Oh, there's a
along?
lot
To
of
take
bucket
over the machine and
endings.
claim
Okay.
the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him.
This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
We're just gonna be here and like, that's it? Okay. I was like, let's not.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
So what is this broom closet ending?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Gotcha.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
So how long does he do this?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Just keep messing with the closet? Okay. I haven't found that window.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
That's extremely meta,
Stanley
but
was fat and
okay.
ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is
What's up,
addicted to
Gabe?
drugs and hookers.
It's literally a fuse cubicle.
Well, I've
was
come to
messing
a
with
very
it. It wouldn't let me
definite
do anything.
conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this
everyone's
computer
gone.
is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Do I stay here? Or do I leave? Step out? Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids.
Yep,
Perhaps
all
there's a
right.
monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh my gosh, all right. I'm not entirely sure. He's not talking anymore, so I assume it's done.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I didn't do this without the bucket.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
It's not blue
He wasn't going to
percent.
lose his job.
I was doing it
He
without
wasn't
the
crazy
bucket
after
this
all.
time.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Okay, so it's very similar.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
All right.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Are we in a hospital?
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
No.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
We good?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
She doesn't have a bucket this time.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people
don't think
whose
somebody
impressions
in
of her would affect
distress
her
it would
career,
comfort
and by
me?
extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So I need to do the window ending. And I need to do... one of the normal endings? I know there's a room you're supposed to go to.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, I don't know, Puddle. It's not letting me do anything. You have like 3-ish endings left, and those with bucket. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the bucket. So just listen to him completely straight.
Hi.
Taking the path before the mind control room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
How did I... Oh, okay. It was 2845. I don't know if the number is going to be the same. Music changed. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Or is it Night Shark 2311 or 211?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oops.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Let me... get this track, and then we'll get the other two endings. But yeah, I think I need help with the window ending.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the
I'm
open
sorry that I
passageway.
memorized the code already. I didn't know it was gonna be bad. Oh, it involves crouching? Okay. That would be, because I think we didn't do
Stanley
the
walked
crouching
straight ahead
until
through
the,
the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So this time I say no.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, don't get me done.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
So there is no 2,
and
3, 4
Stanley,
like
one of
room
them,
that I care about.
eternally monitored in
Memorizing
this
that for
place
nothing.
Where freedom meant nothing.
It looks like missing no. I thought it was gonna be something cool.
This mind control facility, it was too
Damn it.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yes.
No. He refused to believe it.
So
He
this time I
couldn't
say
accept
no.
it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't
One of
it?
the employees is
Was
pirate.
it even possible? Had
Just
he
throwing that out
truly
there.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart
Yeah,
of the
so I go
operation.
through
Controls labeled with emotions.
this and do the
happy
escape,
or
right?
sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
There is a
And as
thingy
the
up
cold reality
here.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley
get up here?
decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
My screen
For
is
he
crazy
would
dark, so if
dismantle
I'm doing
the
something silly,
controls
I
once
promise it's because I
and
can't see
for
it.
all.
Oh, it looks like I could go up there and there's a button. It's just not letting me get up there. Okay. Or I just can't see it again. Do do do. No. Hold on. Where's the... Three. That's 5 behind me. I feel like that's 4, and I cannot see how to get up there. My other monitor is slightly lighter, and yeah, no. Damn it. There's a room back there. All right. All right, just go in here. Just say no. Just say no.
And when at last he found the...
Did I do the thing? Yes?
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
This is a very
unshackled himself from
Portal
someone
ending.
else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
So the fact that that other room
Perhaps his
said,
goal
or
had
other
not
route
been to
said escape.
understand,
I'm
let
getting
go.
very much Portal vibes.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt
There
the
goes.
cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way,
So follow
right now, that things were
and
meant
go
to
escapes.
happen.
Yeah, I have not done that yet.
And Stanley
And then the window.
was happy.
Hey, complete the game! Alright, so let's do that other
All
one
of
real
his
quick.
co-workers were gone.
That one's like further
what
out.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel like it changed.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And go up the
Coming
stairs.
to a staircase, Stanley
2, 8, 4,
walked
5.
upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Well, well, okay. At least he knows.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Whee! Do I just win? Oh, no, okay. Hello?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to
We're
his
playing this
demise,
game
he
5 years
reflected that his
exactly
life
after
had
you
been of
pl-
no
Oh, wow.
consequence whatsoever.
I
Stanley
never
can't
got
see
the
bigger
Halo
picture. He doesn't know
special
the real
dates
story,
ones.
trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss.
Play
like
on
plucking the eyeballs
July
from a blind
7th,
man.
and then they had
So
ones
he
some for like
resigned and willingly
specific
accepted this
dates,
violent
and
end to
you
his
could
brief
still
and
get those
shallow
by
life.
like running back your clock.
Farewell,
Like they're
Stanley.
still technically doable. I just didn't care that much.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was
The
led
narrator has a
helplessly
narrator?
into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
But I didn't. Wait, what?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay. Okay. This is... different.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can
we're back
still
here now.
save these
Okay.
two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Bye. And then... there it is. Okay. Okay. So... window. Something with crouching.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
First room?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Whoop. Ah. Okay, I'm on the desk. But, oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a little too much messing around for me. I wouldn't have figured that out.
The map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
I'm so sorry.
Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer?
Oh, just like
How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh. It won't let me click it. Did I break it? I think I broke it. Tiny box room, who dis? You know, this has been useful for finding the dirty spots on my monitor. That was not my intention, but I'm glad to have been some help. Yeah, I clean my desk and stuff like once a month. How do I end it? Do I have to leave? Hang on. Phone. Not that I need more light in my face right now. Stanley. Oh, gosh. Now it's, I put in Stanley and it's like Stanley Parable too. Like, no. Like, am I messing this up? Do I have to leave? You hit escape and restart? Okay. Do I begin the game again or can I quit to the menu? Okay, it wants me to... Okay. I got it.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Okay, let's just say yes this time. I promise, make it quick.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
There it is. All right.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push
my
the
skin
envelope,
is
I'm
really
going to try and
weird
make
with
this
light.
as miserable as possible and see how long
I do
you
this
can
in
maintain.
the sun too.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told,
I'm gonna
he
stand up
was
though.
not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons.
I accidentally. I need
He
to get,
pushed
change
them
my
like
permit.
some kind of glutton. He did it all day
Alright.
in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
He doesn't loop, does he? They saw it real quick. This way I'm not like as white on your guys' screen. Wait, do I have to quit? Do I still have to quit? Because I'm reading that it loops the song once, but it sounds like it's twice. I did need to stand up though. I was sitting for too long. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Alright, cool. I think that's all of our endings then. So. Well, I can go through and do all the bucket ones, but like, what's the fun in that? So, chug. No, not chugging. I do appreciate. There's my hydration. All right, so okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through and get all the bucket endings. I'm not quite. No. I'm pretty good with this. There's a bucket and collectibles. That's about it. And you have otherwise got. Yeah, I got the experience. That was fun though. And then what is my schedule going to be? I haven't posted it in my Discord yet. But I'm only streaming 3 times next week, to include me trying to do Papers, Please again. So I didn't realize that me like crouching this low, like I'm like almost chair height. No chug for look. I'm sorry. I don't want to chug right now. But no. I don't think I have any specific people I want to go raid, so I think I'm just gonna go end it. And might go play some video games or something in Discord or something. But it's been Saturday? Yeah. I look like you know what? I think if I go lower, which I can, I'm actually like in a really interesting position at the moment. I think if I go lower, then I'd be Senate height. It's crazy to say about your... Thank you. I've never been complimented on my jawline before. But yeah, no, it's been fun. I got depression and fun things of next week, and I mean fun for you, depression for me between Night Rain and Papers, Please and Nikkei. I'll let you guys know what the order is here in a bit in my Discord, which, let me get that stuff here. I think Bear already spammed it all, but there's all my links. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'm going to go rearrange my chairs real quick. All right, have a good night.